Hi, my name's Daisy and today I'm going to be talking about the 10 reasons I love being a booktuber. This video is actually inspired by a blog post that I did the other day, which is part of the top 10 which was hosted over at The Broke and the Bookish. This week the topic was the 10 reasons why I love being a reader and a blogger. So my reading friends, today I am going to create not a tag, but kind of is a tag video because I'm going to tag a few people at the end of this video who I hope will do a video where they talk about the 10 things that they like being about a booktuber, because I think this is a positive thing to put in our community. Let's proceed with the things I love. The first thing would be our community. Now that seems like a pretty obvious thing to say that you love about being a booktuber, because the community is after all what makes it a community. That made no sense. Okay, that was not such a great explanation. One of the really important things is that I don't tend to see a lot of arguments or bullying or just consistent, horrible things being said about people within the booktubing community. I know that there's things that do go on because obviously somebody is always going to be out there and somebody's always going to not like what you bring out to the table. However, it's different to perhaps what the beauty community is on YouTube, and that gets a lot of hate. There is a lot of people that compete against each other, and there's just a lot of nastiness that can generally surround that community, whereas I do feel that ours is a lot more stronger and we kind of unite with each other rather than kind of be, bashing at each other. Plus we're all talking about books, and that's something that doesn't really harm anyone. I have suddenly got very, very hot while filming this video because the heating has just gone on. How ironic is that? Number 2 kind of goes hand in hand with the community, but it's the friends that I have made. When I first started making my book videos, the main thing was that I wanted to be able to discuss Clockwork Princess with other people, which I suppose kind of is the way of how I started to make friends with people, because the first person I actually started talking Clockwork Princess with was a Bookutopia, and we actually now own a site together and we are really close friends, and that's amazing that the first person that I really got to know ended up being one of my closest friends. The other awesome thing about having friends all over the world, despite people saying that it's not to your benefit because you don't actually get to see them, when it's 12 o'clock at night and I've just finished a book and I'm freaking out, there's someone in America that it's only 6 PM and I can talk to them for quite a while just going huddle. The third thing is not judging. As a reader, I bet every single one of you at one point has been judged because you are a reader. Because when you're surrounded by hundreds of people who like books, they're not going to judge you for the fact that you read. I don't know why reading is seen as this uncool thing to do, because after all it's going to do is help broaden your imagination and it's going to help your IQ, especially if you're reading something that is non-fiction. It's just nice when you've gone through your life being the odd one out because you do read, to find a load of people who welcome you with open arms. Number 4 is that I get to see people's faces. From previously reading blogs where I don't actually get to see the person's face, it's really amazing to be able to actually see someone interact and see the emotions on their face rather than just going like, oh my god, like I'm pressing all the keys. You can actually see someone freaking out, and I like that you get that expressive stuff about all the things that you are expressive about. Number 5, I get so many book recommendations. This normally happens in book hauls, and that's where I most find the book recommendations that I want to read in the future, and it's not good for my bank balance. However, I just like it because instead of just saying, oh, I found this book and it's like pretty and I like the back cover, you actually get to see the whole entire work and piece, and you get to judge how big it is and whether you actually feel like it would be worth it. Because obviously I live in the UK and some things aren't published in the UK, so things like Shatter Me, for a long time I tried to find it in the UK, couldn't find it. I found it on the Book Depository, but if I didn't watch videos, I would have never found out about Shatter Me. Number 6 is all the fun things we do. Whether this be tags or someone coming up with a really creative video or a book trailer, it's just, there's so many things that are fun and creative, and we're using something that's already a base for something creative because someone's used their mind to come up with this brilliant story, and then we just take it a step further, and that is really awesome. Number 7 is the interaction that we all have with each other. Although the comment system can be a bit skewy sometimes, and the fact that we don't have video responses anymore, I love the interaction that we actually have between each other. Every comment I appreciate, and I find that a lot of the time we have a lot more creators who interact with each other, if that makes sense, because on whole, I see that there's more creators than people who just comment, and that's not to say that you people who just comment aren't important, because you are really important to me, and if you don't want to make videos, that's absolutely fine. But I would say that from what I have seen, a lot of the people who do message me have actually got their own channels, and I think that's really awesome, so that I can go and just watch one of their videos, and it's the interaction between each other in the videos, because a lot of the time we do mention each other, and that helps other people. Number 8 is the fact that we come from all over the world. Now, I did mention this in the friend part, that there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that are based all over the world, but it's really nice that we have a community where we have people in Australia, and then we have people in the Netherlands, and in the UK, and in Europe, in France and Germany, and then we have people in America, and it's all us connecting on all these little dots around the map, and I find that really interesting and really complex sometimes, because there's so many people, and I'm just like, it's amazing that it's not just one thing in one country, because you know sometimes some things happen where they're just based in a country and that's pretty much just where it happens, and they don't really breach out further than that. We are all diverse in our cultures and where we're from, and we all portray that on the screen. Number 9 is the fact that I just get to talk about books. I'm really thankful about that, because in real life I don't have many friends that actually do read, or if they do read, they don't really like to discuss it much further than, hey, I liked it. It's nice to be able to go that step further and discuss things in more detail, because a lot of the time people in real life would have just tuned out by about 2 minutes in. And finally, number 10 is the fact that I feel like I have found somewhere that I can call home. And I know that sounds weird because it's on the internet, but there has been communities that I have been part of before now, but I've never really felt at home with them, and you know what that means. When you get home, you want to get out of your clothes that are all stiff and uncomfortable, and you want to get in your comfy clothes, and you want to feel like at peace and safe and at home, really. You know the feeling when I say at home. And that's what I feel here. I feel comfortable. I don't feel like I have to put on a pretense for you guys. I don't feel like I have to appear different. So that's me saying I feel relaxed and comfortable with you guys, and I am so thankful that I have found somewhere that I can just feel at comfort. Those are my top 10 reasons for why I love being a booktuber, and I want to hear yours. I'll put the tagged people in the description down below, and even if you're not tagged, please feel free to do this video and spread it around the community, and let's get talking about what we like and love. Let's be positive book warriors. I love you all. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and happy reading. Bye bye.